And welcome in. Happy Sunday fun day, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, is my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what do you have?
Oh, I'm switching it up. I'm doing a little Surfside peach tea because we got a long day ahead of us. So I'm going to start off small. What about Mr. Nick? You need to tell the people what you're drinking and our 3 things for the show.
I am drinking my J. Lore 7 Oaks Cabernet as per usual, as you like to say. Well, Nikki, Bliss and Flair are the new women's tag team champions. Seth Rollins has cashed in Money in the Bank, and we preview Night 2 of WWE SummerSlam. It's Sunday, August 3rd, 2025, and this is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
She's been telling me all night long. Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it go. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good lord. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And welcome back in. Happy Sunday fun day, everybody. If you're new here, welcome in. Please like and subscribe. If you are a regular, you know we love having you. The regulars are chiming in already. We got Lisa and her Believas in the chat. Friends of the show, Kiltman on our BCP podcast chiming in. Welcome in, Kiltman. Obviously, regular Josh. Welcome in. Yes, thank you, Josh. We are finally on Spotify now. We can be on Spotify. You can find us on anywhere.
I don't want to look at your face.
Twitter,
I just want to hear you talk.
Facebook. No, actually, it's a video too. Because now Spotify does video. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not on Spotify.
so it was interesting. Yeah. So a lot of social media, a lot of different platforms.
We're everywhere, baby.
Yeah. We're growing. Exactly, like Josh said, the show's growing. That's great. Exactly.
Thanks,
So,
Josh.
Nikki. Before we get to it, just some quick overall thoughts on Night 1 of WWE SummerSlam.
Was not a happy pickle. If you want to go to our numbers, I was 1 and 5, and I am not a happy pickle about it. Have feelings about feelings, but the good bits were good, the bad bits were bad, but a lot of fun overall. I think the card wise, I think we were all more excited for I don't want to completely shit on it, but it wasn't. Again, I don't think this needs to be 2 nights.
It did not need to be 2 nights at all, and yeah, it was a very kind of a little shocking with some of the booking decisions, and for us,
he chose poorly.
I love that drop of that movie so much.
I know we're bringing all the '90s.
I know.
Drop back. Yes, definitely click the like. It doesn't make me. Yes, Josh, we will get to that comment.
Yes, so lots of things about that.
A lot to get to, but Nikki, just quickly, like your overall thoughts.
I just gave mine.
Okay, so you got those.
You give yours.
Me, I know. I'm getting through comments again. Everyone's thoughts on my own.
What do you think, babe?
It started slow. It was kind of a little bit of somewhat of a predictable card, right? Like
clearly not. If you're 2 and 5 and then we're 2 and 4, I'm like,
it's
so predictable. We predicted it wrong.
Yeah, but I don't know. Again, the celebrity losses and things like that didn't see that coming, but I felt like there had to be a big storyline arc coming, and I did on Friday. If you caught the Friday show, I called it on Friday, but we'll get to that. We will get to all of that later, shortly. But Nikki, we will start. We always like starting with the ladies. And now we have new women's tag team champions and maybe new friends.
Over you. Oh, what a new category.
So Nikki, Bliss and Flair win the women's tag team titles. We're not saying her Bliss's first name because we don't want to set up
our things.
But yeah. Overall, what are your thoughts on them winning the match in general?
Well, I feel like because I picked the Judgment Day ladies, because I figured that would be a storyline. Judgment Day has all the gold. Liv thing, so maybe Liv's not coming back anytime soon, and it's like might as well take them off it. Again, I'm with Raquel and Roxanne, kind of this up and coming group, the wrestlers. Like I feel like it was better to keep it on them. But if you're gonna put it on Alexa, Bliss and Charlotte, I did it. Sorry. Then I want them to be on Raw, on SmackDown. Go to NXT, like maybe putting them on the higher named stars. They'll give a little more prestige, maybe more TV time, but I would like to see them travel with these belts because technically they're both on SmackDown, but I want to see them on Raw. I want to see them on SmackDown. I think it'd be fun to put them in NXT. They're both NXT kids. So
Bliss and
yeah, I'm sure. They're both Dusty's kids. Like I don't again, I don't know how I don't necessarily love it, but if they're gonna be on TV every week and presented, then okay. Also, when all of a sudden Alexa Bliss has like a Logan Paul thing in her hand that like when she hit Charlotte, then Charlotte went like,
oh yeah,
that style was
she has
so
the power
insane.
of the punch.
And then when she hit Roxanne, I was like, or all of a sudden she's got like a metal plate in her hand and she has the biggest right fist in the world. I was like, that was a little excessive. But I know we're also sort of
that spot again. They teased it because she hit her with the right hand, and then they teased this spot where. Well, just before with the camera angles again, the cinematography.
Yeah, that was good.
Where you think, all right, Charlotte's going to turn on her now, and then she gives the big boot to Raquel instead, and then she hits the Sister Abigail DDT. Yeah. So nice little storytelling in that.
Before that, like after Alexa Bliss hit her, when she did go down, and then Roxanne hit the Pop Rocks, and I know we've kind of been critical of her doing that. I think that's the best one that she's done on main. That looked so good. And I don't know, like if Charlotte jumped enough or whatever, but it looked like the best it's looked, to be honest. So I was like super happy for her, maybe getting in the groove of being on main or whatever. Again, I think it was a fun match. So I just hope again giving more TV time to the ladies, the tag belts. Let's raise this division a little bit. The women's tag.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what was like with Charlotte and Bliss in this division. Maybe they'll spend a little bit more time on it and do something. And the other thing is too, with Judgment Day losing, I guess that brings up the question again: what's next for them? For the Judgment Day, Roxanne and Raquel. Like, could this plant a seed for them? In dissension, I don't know.
Then also worry is that like they're gonna get their rematch clause if that's still a thing on Monday, and then they get the belts back, and there's just like a pop for Alexa and Charlotte on main or like on the SummerSlam, and then you can keep saying that Raquel is the most wins or title reigns.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, Raquel's she's a tag team specialist, but like I don't know.
And like
how, I mean, yeah, does it plant the seeds for dissension between Raquel and Roxanne, or do they just hold them together now, and now it gives them something to chase after and build together as a tag team once again, on the main roster? It's interesting to see, I guess, which angle you can take. You can go either road. Lisa Chyna, she says she's happy they did, but I was thinking Roxanne and Raquel would have retained and kept them until Liv came back.
Yeah, but worried that maybe Liv's a little ways away, and they're just moving on to something else.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve thinks, same thing. Steve said rematch to continue, first continuing the program with the super best friend.
Right, which their shirt says we're not friends, and then on the post show they said they were friends and they hugged. So
yeah. Well, I think Charlotte let that slip in the post game, whatever, post match press. Like, I think she let that slip and used the F word, and then it was like, oh, and then they just kind of rolled with it.
I just feel like again that Charlotte's just so happy that like people are cheering for her. Like when they were saying the post show, she's like, she leaned into Rosenberg. She's like, they never do this. I've never heard this. Is this the first time I'm hearing this? So it's just like, oh, this poor girl just got beat to shit, and now she's like excited that people are cheering for her. So again, if they're on TV a lot, defending a lot, then I'm fine.
No, yeah. Again, if they're gonna put a little bit more of a onus on the tag team division, then absolutely.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Again, now it's a new chapter in the women's tag team division that will be headlined by Bliss and Flair. So we'll see. But Nikki, moving on. Any particulars? We just go to the mid card before we get to the main event and all the craziness. Ladies' choice, dealer's choice, whatever you want to call it. Do you want to start with Jelly Roll? Do you want to start with?
We can go Jelly Roll.
Cross. Okay.
We'll go Jelly Roll. Again, surprised that the big celebrity babyface lost, but like shout out to him taking like the beating that he did. Like first off, right away, like not right away, but like Glasgow Kiss.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
He took a lot.
He took a. Was there also was a Claymore?
Yeah, he took like 2 Claymores. He took. I think he took 2. At least 1. But I'm like, he got knocked out, and they never made a celebrity look as strong as they made Jelly Roll. But so the one thing I will say. So first off, let's start. What are your thoughts on Jelly Roll's performance in the ring? Like we talked about the expectations because I said he was not like others, but I guess what were your
well, I'm just saying, like we said that on Friday, like he's not like a Logan Paul or a Bad Bunny who came in and took like a duck to water, but he put in the work and the dedication. He had that interview with Jackie Redmond, and this was his 13-year-old dream. He wanted to, before even being a musician, he wanted to be a wrestler, and then went to the performance center and learned from everyone and trying to, get the best out of himself to do it. That he wasn't gonna like half-ass it, and he didn't want to like disrespect the business. Then he was gonna go full force. So like, I'm commendable. Obviously, it's his first match. Obviously there was little things, but overall, like, kudos to him for going out there and doing it, and then taking one of the craziest bumps I think we've seen maybe since when Bad Bunny and Damian Priest did the Canadian Destroyer. That was off the stage. But this, oh my god! So getting beaten up on the outside, getting on the announce table, and then taking a frog splash from Logan Paul, who unfortunately has a very good frog splash.
There's a lot of moves very good.
I know, and we need to probably stop saying that. But beautiful frog splash, just a fun little, I don't know, kind of like a Stone Cold cheer to the shitty drink, and then puts Jelly Roll through a fucking table, which is crazy to me. For him being, so obviously new to this, not in shape as like Bad Bunny or Logan Paul, but to lay there and just be like, do it, bro.
Take it.
And fucking take it. This is my big Nick energy moment of night 1. Kudos to them.
Stamping it?
Stamping it.
So every pay-per-view, PLE, we have a big moment. our big highlight of the night, and this Nikki is stamping as hers, is the frog splash through the table from Logan Paul to Jelly Roll. Yeah, crazy moment. And it seems like Logan Paul seems to be getting all these Big Nick energy moments lately every time he's...
I know. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. But I'm like, all his spots are my favorite spots. And I know we're separating the person from the artist. They're saying in the chat, like, he is a wrestler. He is a wrestler through and through. He does respect his business.
Josh likes your pick.
Oh, thank you, Josh. But yeah, no, there's just like our big moment is like, what makes you pop? What makes you go, oh my god, and this, celebrity guy doesn't do this for a living took it like a champ.
No, yeah.
And also I really love Drew doing like his counter like he does for the Claymore. And then when he did one and then Logan jumped, I thought that was fun.
Yeah, to me, he did a great job of selling, I thought, and that was really what he was going to have to do because he wasn't going to do a tremendous amount in the ring. The Black Hole Slam was good. He did the Black Hole Slam on Drew, which was cool because Drew's a big dude, so is Jelly.
And the choke slam, the height of the choke slam that they got. Yeah. No, it's good. I think it was a good match. I'm surprised that he took the pin, but I guess this is, Triple H kind of said in the post show that like he's gonna be back. He's probably gonna do something. Maybe a Survivor Series. Was there a Saturday night's main event somewhere that we can slot him in? I think. Yeah. I think it'll be something bigger than a Raw, but like we haven't seen the last.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. But yeah, so definitely a solid. A little bit again, a surprise though that he did take the fall, but I said like Jelly Roll. I said on Friday, like I thought he was gonna try and plan this out because he's a big fan. He wants to do more than just one match or one off. So, and that's where it seems like they're headed. Where do you want to move next to? You want to go Cross or you want to go Tiffany?
The one match that I got right, my Miss Tiffany. I'm really glad she retained. Again, I feel like how do you beat Charlotte and Tiffany's? How do you beat yourself? And Trish Stratus. And then kind of lose to Jade. I was really worried about that Avalanche Jaded. They looked really shaky, and I said out loud, I was like, "How is this how's this gonna end? How are you gonna fix this?" And it's like, whoop! I was so glad that like the flip rolls kind of like a code red out of it. When she was doing the first moonsault and Jade put her feet up, and I was like, that looked brutal.
Again, it's a very sloppy match, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's Jade's not super polished, and she's still learning in a lot of ways. But yeah, like even the end, like we were like, I think everyone in our party was like, "Oh man, that was the end." Like
it was the shortest match in the card, and I think it was what it was. Everyone like Jade hit all her big power moves. Again, she's still like she's going to be good. I don't think this was the time to pull the trigger on her yet. And also, like. Maybe if Naomi was coming in, I guess, what?
The Jade gave the upgraded seat to the pants or nothing.
Spoiled her gear. I think it's going to be Jade's time, and I just don't think this was the right opponent to take the belt off her. Again, if both Bianca or Naomi or that whole thing was still going on, then yes. But her beating Tiffany, like, there wasn't.
Yeah, like Jade, I don't know. And that's the question. It's like, what's next for. Yeah. I think I agree with you, Josh. He's not ready. I think that's the deal. I don't think they believe in Jade at this point in time. And
I don't think that because then why would you make her queen in the ring?
To make her, you can make her win the match, but not put the belt on her. It's a good title. It's a good.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, Zelina Vega was queen of the ring. I don't think they really did that much.
I love Zelina Vega.
And then like, a year and a half later, she wins randomly the U.S. title, right? But like, I don't know. To me. Yeah, like I think it's gonna be one of those things where like where do they go from here with Jade? Because
hopefully Bianca's back.
And Josh's point had their stock dropped. Yeah, Steven's agreeing. Yeah, where do these two go from here? Yeah, like again, like I don't know. Mikey's great point, Mikey. Like I don't know who's Tiffany's next opponent, who's Jade's next one. I think Jade has to turn heel now. That's the only option you have.
Well, when is Bianca coming back? I thought that was supposed to be soon. Didn't she say that on Chris Plan Fleet's show that it should be soon? Because it's a long time to be out for just a hand thing. But I don't know, never broke my hand or obviously wrestled.
She's coming back. I said this on the watch along. I might just watch along yesterday. I was like, she's coming back. She better come back with a Luke Skywalker robotic arm at this point.
But also, isn't there supposed to be a draft coming up? Didn't they say it was supposed to be post-Mania? So maybe we can refresh some things and she'll have a fresher opponent. I would love to see Chelsea Green go into a program with Tiffany. I'm ready for
Chelsea can take the belt. That'd be great.
I'm ready for Chelsea to be up there. But they said on the post show when she was interviewed by Jackie Redmond that she's of all the current champs, she's the longest reigning at this point. It's like 200 and something days, they said. So.
Yeah, so it would be nice for Chelsea to get that rub, but I'm not sure. We'll see. But yeah, this was the one match, Nikki, that you did.
The one match I got
You're
right.
1-5. As a Jet fan, there's your one.
Fuck out of here, Jet fan.
I mean, one win. So, but yeah, and then finally in the mid card for us, I feel like you're we're all very passionate about the Karrion Kross situation that Sami Zayn gets one over. Oh, not that one. Okay. Sami Zayn gets one over on Karrion Kross and ultimately is winning out on this feud.
And then it was like
2 PLE victories for Sami Zayn. Justice for Kross. Where's Ed?
Well, then they said like I was waiting for Ed to pop in, but they were just like he's like it's over, it's done. And even the post show, they're like this feud's over. So I was like, where does that leave Karrion Kross? I hated it. I hate the first 3 matches and the outcomes. I was like, it's just stupid. I was like, I hate this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know. What does this do for anybody? Well, I was like, Sammy can take a loss here and be fine. It's Sammy. It's the underdog. We get it. Karrion needed this.
Yes, justice for Kross. At least this is all be it.
I don't know. Then I'm just like, because the rumors, is he signing? Is he not signing? Does it mean he's not re-signing because he lost at this big thing? I feel like their match at Night of Champions and Raw was better. Something felt off for me in this match, especially like rewatching it. Again, I rewatched this whole pay-per-view this morning and it's just like, I don't know. This felt off to me.
Yeah, just a little. I mean, I get the idea, but I think they're building Sammy up.
I know. Well, that's the
the underdog, maybe Rumble or something else. It seems like, if you're gonna make Sammy your Rumble winner, he can't unfortunately lose.
There's enough time to get to Rumble that he could have been.
He could have, but
I don't know. But I agree, like this, there's so many other matches.
Opportunity, yeah.
I just feel like there's a bunch of other matches that could have taken. I almost said taken this spot, or we could have. Again, we don't need a 2-night SummerSlam.
Missed opportunity. Interesting to see a evil heel Sammy. Yeah,
he was a funny heel. Remember, the Artist Collective, and he was running around, and he's the one that introduced the new IC belt.
That's true, yeah.
He's a funny heel. All the things with him and Johnny Knoxville, he was the heel in that program.
Yeah.
He's one of those chicken shit heels.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're really gonna make him the big baby face winner of Rumble, I think you have time to do that before Rumble. He could have taken a loss here. But I think Kross is Dunskies. Which makes me sad because his merch is flying off, the crowd is behind him, and they're just not pulling the trigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, for whatever reason. But maybe I'm holding out hope it's an R-Truth situation where the fans will just
the Triple H could be like, did you like it?
Yeah. Then it worked.
Just enjoy. Just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the shit. Just enjoy.
Yeah, that's basically Kross. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. We're thinking Kross is potentially done. I don't know. I hope not. Nope. But yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, like you said, a good point. You could have gone Julia or Zelina there. I don't know. I mean, I get putting the belt on the
it was
card, but
their belts and the Judgment Day's tag belts. So it's all the gold except for those two. Is kind of weird. And then also there was a story ongoing with Damian Priest and Aleister Black. But Damian Priest, there was wasn't there reports a while ago that they were he's gonna get a big moment because he's a New York guy and blah blah blah. I feel like and Zelina as well. Like there's a couple people that I feel like, or like where's Penta? There's a bunch of people that felt like they could have been on this card, and if Karrion wasn't gonna win, then like who cares? This could have been tomorrow night.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. All right, Nikki, let's get into it. Oh, not that one. The main event.
Spoilies.
Yeah, little spoilers. Sorry. But get your thoughts. We'll first start before the craziness that ensued. We'll first start on overall the match itself. Gunther and Punk.
CM Punk coming out in Fantastic Four blue, clobber in time, I thought was a lovely touch. No, oh my god, I liked this match. I think maybe a smidge too long, because CM Punk got beat to shit, and I feel like it was a little too long. But he took his beating. And like that's what basically Gunther said he was gonna give him, and have all the chops and the I don't know when he chopped him on the back.
All the choppy dues.
All the choppy dues.
Yeah, if flippy dues, all the choppy dues.
Like when he was like on the ring post and he hit like the back of his like leg hamstring area. I was like, ugh. Like that looked painful. But I guess there was rumors, I think, right before or yesterday morning that where Meltzer reported that Gunther has like a nose injury and he has to take time off. And I was like, why are you taking time off for a nose thing? But then I don't know if he cut himself right. And then they're like, oh, is his nose bleeding? And is that what it's going to carry him off? That like, hey, he's going to be off TV because CM Punk broke his nose? And
yeah, probably.
But it was so funny when he's like underneath the announce table, like clearly. But at least the people someone got caught on camera. I think it was John Moxley got caught on camera.
No, Punk.
Was it Punk?
It was Punk. Yeah, which is
so for him to be so under the table, but
I mean,
it's what this match again a little long, but I think this is what this match needed to be.
Yeah, like you said, in hindsight, this is his favorite match of the night.
Seems.
But yeah, I mean, I expected for this again with Punk and Gunther's an old school wrestler reincarnated in today's times, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I expected the match to kind of play out like so. There was some sloppiness at points in time. I don't know if that's because Punk's older now, so he's not going to be as perfect as he was. Like that, there was a spot where he tapped out to the sharpshooter. Like he actually tapped out to the sharpshooter as he was trying to reverse it. I don't know why.
It's hard because when they do that thing that they're like, oh no, oh my god, it gets way too close to the mat. And I don't think he intentionally I was like, oh, it's too much. Like Gunther, like we gotta change this. But I think they do this too much. Yeah.
And then, the Hulkamania, the Hulk up. But so there were points where it got floppy, but then you're gonna see a lot of submission holds, a lot of rest holds as well, like old school wrestling. So we expected that, and then just all the choppy doos.
I don't know if that's gonna do it.
We'll get that over. Choppy doos.
Stop
chopping broccoli
stop trying to be that chapping.
But yeah, to me, it got where it needed to get. I thought it was weird that again he busted him open over falling over the table, like tripping him over the table, which I thought was the dumbest spot. Hey Tim, chiming in. Called Seth injury being fake since the ending of Saturday's main event. No.
So do you want to go into that then?
So it brings us to the end. So I'll bleed into it. So again, he gets busted open by being tripped on the table, and Gunther's they basically said in the post I'm calling it post game for now.
It's the post show. I don't know why I can't. It's not a press. They're changing. It's not a press conference.
So in the post match, he basically said that they thought that Gunther, because he doesn't get busted open,
he freaked out.
Yeah, he freaked out.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
So that happens. He comes back in the ring. Eventually, gets hit with the GTS.
Which I love how he sold the first one. When he was just sort of like how Charlotte did with Bliss's thing, but how he just was rocked, but didn't go down and it took the second one. I liked the ending a lot.
Yeah. So he hits him with the GTS. Ultimately, Punk becomes, for at least a short period of time, our new world heavyweight champion. Until the man that we thought was injured or potentially out the whole season. I'm in different mode, fantasy mode.
Get out of football right now. Like, I can't with you.
Seth Rollins returns. He does it for the money.
Good shot of the.
I know, well, because they didn't have it and I wasn't going back.
Everyone has it.
But yes, Seth Rollins no longer injured. Josh, touche. You called it first on the show. Steven's backing you on it.
Yeah, no, I said it because it was part of Nikki News, and I was like, if this turns into a, if this is a work the whole time, I want to be worked. I love it. The dedication, and Rosenberg was like, oh, so I'm in a restaurant in Bloomfield, and he has had crutches and all the stuff that Becky was posting. That's what I said. And then if you saw, there was a reaction of Becky at Gorilla when he dropped the crutches. She's like, oh, did I post something like, oh, you believe everything? And I was posting misleading things, and don't believe everything you see on the internet. So it's just like, no, I love it. I love that because I love Seth Rollins, and he does have a series of knee injuries and the shit with fucking Ginger last year. I was like, it's happening again. He's injured in a match you shouldn't be in. So like, I love this. I loved it more, even though I knew it was going to happen. I loved rewatching it more this morning than in the moment. But
exactly, yeah,
here for it.
Fresh Chime needs an internet community is 50-50, crazy spot, yeah. So many storylines to play with now. Yeah, exactly. That's what's super exciting is the future of where this goes. So Rollins comes out, and he comes on the crutches, and we think that he's going to be
hold it while you can, hold it while you can, hold it while you can.
And he turns around. He's about to head back to Gorilla.
But it's like burn it down, and it goes back to the thing, and then how he dropped it and the music hit and he dropped it was so spot on. And then he did the slow turn, and then how he like sexily took off his knee brace, so good. And then like ripped off, love it. So he ripped off his jacket and then grabbed the briefcase, and it was like, I'm doing this. And just like when the music hit, the look on CM Punk's face was just like, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, like he knew.
And yes, he pulled a Willy Wonka. Yes, perfect. Exactly.
Touche.
Love it.
Yeah, like to me, this, and the reason I said this on Friday, and that I was so hell bent on this happening, is because there wasn't as much momentum in the whole card overall, and that's kind of like, at least for Saturday nights. And it needed some suspense, some big storyline that we want to see, or some like mystery match that you just didn't know who the winner was going to be, and there wasn't anything like that. I mean, so to me, this was the moment where you had to have some night, and you're going to do the first ever 2-night WrestleMania, not WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Hot Mania. You have to have a big moment to bleed me into tonight, and this is a big moment. Now, Seth Rollins has arguably the most iconic cash-in of all time at WrestleMania. Yeah. So where does this, I'll just throw this out there, where does this cash-in rank?
If Mania's number 1, Ziggy's number 2, this might be a 3 for me. It's not better than Ziggy's. And it's not as good as his first one. I think this is
Ziggler's New Jersey one after.
Yeah, Raw.
Yeah, he's the one.
It was the one after Mania. No, so it's Steph at Mania, Ziggy after Mania, and I think then this one. And then I guess you get like Edge's the first one.
I would put this before Ziggler. I would 100%.
I don't think this is before Ziggy.
Oh yeah. No, I
Maybe
think...
I just really love Dolph Ziggler. But I think these two.
No. I have this too. I know you think.
It should have been me. It should have been me. It should have been me.
I don't know, and it's just like I don't know when he after. I love that it was just him. I'm glad that like the Bronson didn't come out and help.
I totally skipped over that match. I completely forgot that.
Yeah, I got a feeling. Well, the Bron should have won. I don't know what's going on with Bron's or Breakker's knee. He looked like he got carried out, but in the video with Becky backstage, she's standing no problem, and then he gets on one knee. I don't know what to believe anymore. I think this is a new kayfabe. Like I was listening to Not Sam, his podcast, and I just feel like it was like, is that the new kayfabe that you don't? The lines are so blurred that you don't know what to believe anymore. Because I'm like, it's a work. You're shooting yourself into a shoot and working yourself into a work, and brother. But I love it was just him beating the shit out of him with the briefcase.
Yeah.
Then cashing in one stomp, beautiful. I'm upset you don't have the picture of him.
The crutches, the Jesus crutch.
No, that one, and then also the beautiful moment of Paul Heyman coming up behind him and holding him so lovingly.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry, that'll come back for tomorrow. I'll bring something back for tomorrow.
That was beautiful, and I love when they all sit cross-legged in front of him. It was just like he goes to the top of the ramp and he does his flinging around thing, which he did when he won the NXT, when he cashed in the first time. Seth Rollins is my man. I'm glad that I got worked. I'm glad that he's fine. I love him with the belt again. The beginning of our podcast montage looks all good again.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, to me, big moment. I would rank it number 2 next to his WrestleMania 1, and then I'll put Ziggler 3. But to me, this moment, 100% was my Big Nick energy moment of the night. So I'm stamping it. Yeah. But yeah, so now there's a lot.
He's the CrossFit Jesus.
Yeah.
I guess we call that in 1,000 years, but.
So, and before we move on and put a bow on this and get into some comments here, I'll ask, what's next for CM Punk?
Oh, the poor little pickle baby. I don't know. Does he take some time off? Does he also take time off for a little bit? Does he open Raw and be like, you're a coward, you're this, blah, blah, blah?
Yeah, and he should open Raw with a steel chair and be like, I'm coming and I want everyone.
Like, I feel like now it's like, because is Roman going to be inserted in this? I know they're supposed to be leaving for Street Fighter. Like, then I love when Drew McIntyre, the post show, was just like, card of the match.
Yeah.
He actually had the belt for he was like 5'10", and then Drew McIntyre was like 5'40" something. Minutes off, but technically Drew McIntyre had the belt longer than CM Punk.
He says Hell in a Cell with 7th band blood.
I am over that. No, that's been proven. But it's not on my birthday this year.
Yeah, Tim's saying him with Rollins. It takes a few weeks off.
Yeah, but is this like a Rumble match? Is this a Mania match? Are you gonna maybe Survivor Series? I don't think this
needs to be another feud. I think.
But I'm just saying, like, this is not a Clash in Paris one or whatever we're doing after Paris. That's when they go to Australia, right? Yeah, they're in Australia when we come back from our trip. So to me, this needs to wait. We can circle. Obviously, this feud's been going on 100 years. We can circle back to this.
Yeah, they're destined, as Biggie said, they're destined to fight forever.
Yeah, it's like the Batman and Joker. Like, exactly. So,
I don't know. We will see, but let us know in the comments below what you think is next for CM Punk. But, Nikki, we will put a wrap on it for the recap portion of this for night 1 of WWE Survivor Series. If there's anything, I know we didn't really touch as much on the Bron match.
The Bron should have
if you want to touch on that, but anything we missed in particular of night 1, let us know. But we are bleeding that into our night 2, Nikki. We got
Electric Boogaloo.
Night 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
We've got 6 matches to another 6.
I'm hoping I can better tonight than last night.
Yeah, you're behind 1, so not terrible.
I know, but I just feel like I don't know. The one I called, like, perfect. Any Hoosers, I don't know. I'm more excited about this card tonight. Like, I feel like I don't know if there's a match that I'm not, like, excited for.
No. It's got, I mean, if this was a one-night SummerSlam, we would have said this is a...
This was a bit of, yeah.
If you take one...
But unfortunately,
of last night and put them into tonight and like make an 8-match card.
Yeah, or like a night,
No,
yeah. But I feel like last night like flew by. Like we were watching the clock, and it's like.
No, it was fast. It was fast.
So I want tonight to be good, but also sort of fly by.
Sure.
Because I can't. Like the AEW pay-per-views are 400 years long. Like there has to be. Let's find a medium. We don't need to be 2 nights. I can go a little longer.
Every band doesn't come out and play a ballad. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
You go to a concert, you're not going to hear 8 ballads. You're going to hear a ballad, a single, and a short song, and a little bit of...
Yeah.
That's
but didn't Steven said last night, isn't every match tonight is a belt on the line?
Yeah.
This is your Night of Champions.
Seriously. Exactly. So, Nikki, let's get right to it. Night 2 preview. We're going to start with the ladies. And we'll start with arguably the biggest
My girls.
blood feud, grudge feud
Mm-hmm.
for the ladies in WWE. And Lyra Valkyria is challenging Women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. If Lyra loses, she can no longer challenge for the Women's Intercontinental title. Nikki, let's catch you up, or catch everybody up as people are chiming in the chat. As people are coming in, make sure you smash the old like and subscribe on the way in. But let's catch you up on the last few weeks or so on Becky and Lyra.
When you lose at SummerSlam, you can never challenge for this title ever again. My problem is I never take it quite far enough. So I accept your terms. Here's mine. No countouts, no disqualification. There must be a winner.
All right, Nikki, bringing in, what are your thoughts and predictions for Becky and Lyra 3 on the main roster?
So
what rhymes? It's not that 2 is Electric Boogaloo. What's 3? What rhymes with 3? Never mind. There's no.
3's company? I don't know. So rumor is that also Becky is finally getting new entrance music. She has had the same theme for 10 years now. And it's she's not getting Def Rebel, thank God. The Wonder Years is actually apparently making her music. I'm hoping premieres tonight. Her husband is now a champion. I think they're both going to be champions. I'm having Becky retain. As much as I did not like Lyra, and now as a Lyra fan of her, like, kind of coming out of her shell, I think it makes more sense and opens up more opportunities if we can maybe take Lyra out for a little bit And then maybe have just a one-on-one feud between Becky and Bayley. Have someone else come in. I would love. I'm turning Chelsea Green everywhere because I just want her on my.
I know you seriously.
And I love Chelsea, but like I feel like this opens up more for Becky to put over some younger people or have matches with other people. That because I'm a little tired of this. Let's take Lyra out for a little bit.
So you kind of made a comment about it because you said, well, if Becky wins, then you could put Becky with Bayley for a feud. So that's the question I'm going to throw out there first. Does Bayley get involved in this match? Because Becky took out Bayley. They had the triple threat about a month ago. Do we see Bayley getting involved in this match?
I think also because like last night there was like no run-ins. So this night going to be just full of run-ins. And Bayley's going to do something. Again, Bayley left off the Mania card now. She left off the SummerSlam card. Is she coming in and turning heel? Like, haha, Lyra, suck it.
Yeah, like...
And helping Becky?
I mean...
Or inadvertently? I don't know.
I mean, Bayley beat her out for the shot, so there could be the whole jealousy element that you have there, which I think makes sense. Mm-hmm. And, again, just kind of interwoven storylines. But what I don't like about it is, and again, you can say however you want, she said she can't challenge for the Intercontinental title anymore. I don't know if it means, and depending on how you view it, it could mean ever, or it could mean just as I'm champion, depending on kayfabe storyline, how you view it. So I don't necessarily love that element of if Lyra loses, she can't win that belt back or challenge.
I think it's probably just when Becky has it.
Theoretically, yes, most cases it is, but I don't love it, and that's why I don't agree with you. And I think, in my opinion, I have Lyra in this match.
Then you can have Lyra go to SmackDown and put her in the program with Julia and Selena and freshen that up a little bit.
You could, but I would rather. I don't know. I would rather see her reclaim the title from her mentor, right? And this is the feud that we've been waiting to see, that they've built up for basically a year since they've been a tag team and everything else, and she's been her mentor. So to me, it makes the most sense to put the belt to culminate this story with Lyra getting her moment and overcoming everything. And she's been, and that's the one thing I will say is, like, we talked about this a couple times, like, she's carried this feud in a lot of ways. Becky as a heel, Becky as a face is way better, I think, than she is as a heel. In the last couple of years, I like Becky now much better as a face than I do as a heel. And I think Lyra has helped carry this for the last 3 months. That Becky and Bayley haven't really done that much in these feuds. So to me, that's why I'm picking Lyra, and I'm sticking Lyra overcoming the odds here because she's been carrying this feud this whole time. But
either way, an Irish girl's gonna win tonight, and I love it. I love that. But no, big time Bex. I think she's keeping this.
Tim's agreeing with me. He's got Lyra. Mikey's agreeing with you. He's got Becky. Lyra doesn't. Yeah, I think. Well, for those of you that, since we have a few new people, I mean, we figured out why Becky really doesn't like Lyra about here.
Why in God's name would you wear a costume with giant wings?
I'm a sexy angel.
Are we supposed to pretend like you're not dressed like a giant bird? I mean, if you're gonna be sexy, don't dress like a bird.
I didn't. I love it. No, but I think she's more than the bird girl. But Michael Cole needs to stop saying she feels alive in the sky. Like, stop it.
I think he stopped saying that.
No, no.
I haven't noticed it as much.
I notice.
I noticed. That's all that matters.
Remembers.
Oh, man. All right, Nikki, moving on to the recently announced, probably the last match announced, tables, ladders, and chairs. The Wyatt Six recently gained the tag titles a couple weeks back, and now they're defending against DIY, the Motor City Machine Guns, Andrade and Rey Fenix, Fraxium, and the former champions of Street Profits. That's a good one. That's a good one, Josh.
I love Always Sunny.
Yes. So, again, thoughts, predictions for this match?
They said it was like 20. I want to say 25 years since the first TLC match at SummerSlam, which makes me feel old as fuck. So I think that's why they're doing it for that, and obviously they got left off the Mania card, and then they put on Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, and Street Profits put on that amazing TLC that SmackDown after Mania, and I feel like this is, but let's shove everybody in. This is gonna be a train wreck, and I am here for it. I just worry about everybody because they're all of them will do big things. Like, I don't think it's like, like with the Dudley boys, like Devon was afraid of doing things. I feel like all of them are just don't give a fuck and they're going to jump off. There's like, I think that's why that match was so good because like, oh, you left us off Mania, like, fuck you, we'll show you. Yeah. And I feel like this match is going to be that times 10. Yeah.
So actually so it begs that question. Is this a defining moment for all the teams involved? Because you have DIY, right? You have Motor City Machine Guns, which is, they were off WrestleMania. This is, to your point, a moment for them. Phoenix was on WrestleMania. Andrade, I think, was off WrestleMania. He was on it.
Yeah, but Phoenix was inserted into Mania last second because
Fraxium came up after WrestleMania, so this is their first big PLA. So I throw this out to our audience here. Does it become a defining moment for all the teams involved? Because, again, like, you look at the Wyatt, like Gacy and Loomis, right? Like, this is their moment in a PLE. This is probably their first PLE. Wait, is this their first PLE match?
Who?
Gacy and Loomis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as a tag team, yeah.
Yeah, and so, like, main roster, right?
Yeah, because they had that stupid match at Mania. Was them versus the last right? But as just the two of them as a tag team, this would be their first, just them as a tag team.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I left you with the WrestleMania card invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so, yeah, to me, it's a big moment for them to get over. And that's kind of why I ask, again, who you got in this? Mikey's got Wyatt 6.
So I feel like a lot of people are saying Wyatt's. Again, I feel like I could probably make a case for all of them. I do agree with Mike. I think this is the better tag division right now between Raw and SmackDown. So I'm glad they're on this card. Maybe because of all my feelings from last night, like, Bloodline won, and then Bliss and Flair won, and then Sammy won. I was like, can we put over some new kids? Can we build up people, please? So I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm going Fraxium. They're your young call-up, all the flippy dudes. I believe Nathan is one of Seth Rollins' Black and the Brave kids. Like, let's put him on someone, I don't know. Again, as much as we love the Wyatts, I feel like, I don't know, don't need it. I think it's more fun. I think it'd be more fun on Fraxium. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going Fraxium.
So you like Fraxium. Again, they've gotten a great push. So what I will, in support of your claim, now I'll give you a supportive statement.
Look at you for one.
Fraxium, and this is where I will agree with you. I'm not saying I am. Fraxium has had in NXT before they got called up after Mania. They had a feud with the Hardys going on. And if you're ever considering bringing the Hardys back to WWE and the main roster, this would be an interesting way with the TNA WWE partnership. They've already done matches on NXT you already seen what they could do to put them back in the fold. So I wouldn't be shocked if that's the case, if within 2 months we see some sort of running it back of the Hardys and Fraxium if they do win. John, Joho chiming in and said he cared less about the men's tag. It's tough, but SmackDown's a lot.
SmackDown one's fun.
But to me, you don't put the belt on them just to take the belt off them 2 weeks later. I think you're going to kill the Wyatt 6 if you do not.
We ruined the Attitude Era. Like, hot potato the belt all the time.
But to me, I know that, but you just brought this group back after like Mania, and their whole purpose was to win the tag titles and get them some dominance. You have to give them the win here at a big PLA and give them some momentum, because they killed them with the Final Testament stuff. So that's my pick there. I got the Wyatts, just like I think most of the chat does here. I am not speaking crazy, Josh. That is logical. Kill the Wyatts push.
They've been so up and down. I don't know. But, like, we'll see. Again, car crash, I'm here for it. I just hope they all have fun.
We hope they all have fun. Well, let's get back to having some more fun. Someone who's having a lot of fun, AJ Styles with Dominic Mysterio. And we've had a lot of fun watching this play out in the backstage. So for Dom, AJ just says, you can just simply call me out.
Jay, read the doctor's note. I am injured. And unfortunately, I had a little bit of a setback, so I'm still not cleared.
Yep, right here. Doctor says you're a punk ass.
I'm not even cleared. It's crazy. I'm not cleared, AJ. God, please don't let him do this.
Marketplace, scatterings and orphanages. He looks around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, amen.
So what? We're waiting still? Just waiting a few more moments.
Back up! Here. Adam, AJ, I'm good. I will see you on SummerSlam.
Love this song, love this storyline. Everything about this has just been so fun. AJ's having a blast, and I love that.
He's getting his Randy Orton.
Yeah, somebody just want to see a bitch just fucking have fun. And this part, I'm so glad you showed up when he's backstage praying to God. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Yes, sir, Steve. An emo Paul Simon cover.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much. He said on the kickoff show on Monday afternoon that he thinks this might be his last SummerSlam. I think we're on the come down tour. I think maybe I think Mania next year will be his last, because I think Cena's going off into the sunset, and next year will be AJ going off into the sunset. Mm-hmm. I think this is going to be a fun match. I think this might be sneakily maybe match of the night. I love Dom. I think I don't want to be like he's underrated in a sense, because it's just like his character, he's, Dirty Dom, he's whatever, but like in the ring, he's super fun. I think AJ's gonna elevate him even more. Dom's character is great. Fun. Uncle AJ is great. Like, I'm super excited for this match. But Uncle Al is not winning. Wasn't that his thing on Southpaw Regional Wrestling? The second season, he was a sleazy car salesman, and he was Uncle Al. For people who watch Southpaw Regional Wrestling, if you haven't, season 1 definitely. Season 2 gets a little off the rails, but he was Uncle Al. And then the Good Brothers call him Uncle Al.
So I want to get to a comment in the chat. Mikey, who's our buddy who covers literally every wrestling, CMLL, AAA, and all that stuff. So he brings up a good point. So AJ wins his new IC champ. I think we see Dom walk out AAA and his new AAA Mega Champion. So that brings up a topic that I wanted to ask. Does someone from AAA get involved? Because Dom's was he feuding with Vikingo?
Well,
or who did he show up and beat up?
I think Mikey. I think he did come beat up Vikingo, because I don't think people are really loving Vikingo down there right now. And he also had the match at Money in the Bank with Octagon Jr. Mikey. I think he's gonna be ICU, Mikey. I think he's gonna be a double champ. I think he's gonna have both belts. Because I see him winning that one. I think he's going to be a double champion. I think he's so over right now.
Yeah, Steve's saying the pop for AAA was insane.
Yeah, so I think he's going to be double champ. And also, your Intercontinental belt should be defended across the it'll be fun for him to defend the IC belt in Mexico. And I think it'd be fun to have him have the AAA belt up here. Like, I think it'd be fun. I want Dom to have both. Yeah. I think he's going to have both. Do you
get... AAA's only involved with their card first.
Steven!
Yeah, Mike said, he beat up Vikingo and Dragon Lee plus Braun and Macrono. Yeah, there's a lot of AAA feuds that you kind of have.
I want to see him have both belts. Again, I think
Andrew's got Dom.
I don't think AJ needs another. Would it be fun to have him have another run? Absolutely. I don't think he needs it. I think it'll be more for Dom to go over. Also, loved on the pre-show on Friday. He said that obviously 20 years ago at SummerSlam was the custody of Dominic Mysterio match between Eddie and Ray. Where the fuck is Becky? And he was saying this, he's like a 20-year vet. He made his debut in 2005. Which I thought was fun. I don't know. I think it just means more for Dom. And I think AJ putting over Dom would be huge. I just think it makes more sense. Dirty Dom all the way, baby.
But yeah, he's going to have that defining, like another defining match for him. So I think the chat and us, we're all generally agreed with.
Yeah, because he won it in the 4-way, and I think him winning a one-on-one match over someone of the caliber of AJ is going to do wonders. And again, let's keep building up our new kids.
Well, that's the idea. Is you have a world champion like Jericho did a lot, where he went back to the mid card to put over. Like you've been in multiple
in WWE, not necessarily.
Yeah, but like you've been champion for multiple world champions, and you go back to the mid card. Daniel Bryan did it later. Later on, like it just helps out. It's all about giving back to the business. It's all cyclical.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
And then I want to see AJ go back to TNA and have that match with Leon Slater. So it's just like, what if AJ doesn't win this? What's next? Have him do a little dip his little toes back in TNA because everyone's like, one more match. And he's like, we'll get to that. And like, have him do a thing with Leon Slater. Anywho, I digress.
That'd be interesting. So we'll see. All right, Nikki. So from a fun storyline, I don't know where to start. I'm not doing my hands. Like Ricky Bobby. So from a fun feud to an absolute blood feud. Nikki, it's the bloodline where the MFTs now, as they're being called.
Yep.
Solo Sikoa, the recently crowned United States champion, will now defend inside of a steel cage against Jacob Fatu. This has been one of the best build-ups, I think, of the last 6 months, year and change, for sure. Actually, year, as you will shortly see. So let's take you back to some of the history between these two.
Money and the power.
I brought you into this.
Hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking at what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's
I'll take you out.
Somebody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is not a love goal. Been spending most their lives sitting in the gangster's paradise.
Just because you're family don't mean that you could go behind their back and try to snake them.
I brought you into this world. And I'll take you out.
That's an abrupt cutoff.
Yeah, he brought him into his world and take him out. And then do a thing.
It was Jim to that song.
Yeah. Nikki.
Again, this has the stipulation. It's going to be in the steel cage. I want to see a moonsault from Jacob off the top of the cage.
Onto somebody or everybody?
I think it needs to be everybody.
It probably will.
Because again, we said last night there was no interferences. I think tonight's gonna have all the interferences, like a cage, an open cage, even if the Hell in a Cell doesn't keep people out. So we'll see. The MFT. I think Big Jim will come out because he's not doing anything. I'm excited for it. I think again, Jacob is so good. I don't think he needs the belt. And I'm also ready for him to move on from the MFT bloodline. I feel which one?
Jumping off the top of this.
Cody Rhodes did it. I guess it has to be all of them so they can take the weight. But Cody did it to Wardlow. Why not?
So, yeah. So before I get into my theory predictions, I'll throw out a couple things. So, again, because this storyline has so many layers because it is the bloodline. First, I'll throw out, does Tama Tonga return? Because I don't know what his injury status is and how...
He's not on their merch.
No, but they're using the MFT thing, which is his deal. And that's what drives me crazy. Is he was the right-hand man to Solo in this whole storyline. And at least when he was originally introduced. And you have Tonga Loa already there. That's the tag team. Him and Tonga Loa is the tag team. Formerly the GOD. Yeah. So does Tama Tonga make a return tonight? Because seemingly now on SmackDown, Jacob and, helped out Jimmy, but he beat up, I'm going to keep calling him Camacho, Tonga Loa, and JC Mateo. Poor Jeff Cobb getting
nothing.
Yeah, I know. Congratulations. You thought you were going to be the enforcer? Not going to happen. Ain't going to work for me, brother. And then, so now he didn't take him out, but he beat him up pretty good for the two of them, so he made him look weak enough. So that's why I say, you still have Tall Tonga, who's the new enforcer, like we anticipate. He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. But yeah, I don't know. Where I think if with the cage and all the elements, I could totally see something where, again, like Jimmy helps out, and maybe we see a point where another member and a returning Tama Tonga.
Swerve, he comes out and helps Fatu because he's been replaced.
That's an idea. The other thought too is like, could there be another member, because there's so many. Zilla Fatu just lost the HOG. The HOD House of
Glory.
House of Glory, yes. Basically the ECW-ish, like Bubba, I think it's Bubba Ray or Tommy Dreamer.
Dreamer.
Yeah. Their title. Is he available? There's been rumors of him coming in for years now. He's Umaga's son.
He was on the TNA pre-show for Slammiversary. Got into a fight with Rikishi for wearing paint on his face.
Yeah. So could that be another layer to this where we see another new member that they've been doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Generally though, the new members haven't debuted on major PLEs from what I remember. It's been like Europe, overseas, right? Solo was in France?
No, it was either Canada or Glasgow, because the Usos couldn't.
Josh, that's something. Go ahead.
I think it was either Canada or Glasgow. Because the Usos couldn't, with all their
Glasgow. That's what it was. It was Glasgow. But yeah, like I think it's a potential, because if we've seen certain members of the bloodline already look weak, the only person that looks strong now has been Tall Tonga, the enforcer. So, which you could still say, again, they got out of the cage, so he's still there, so he could probably make his presence felt. So maybe that's the angle. But I throw that out there because I just think there could be a new member. there's some wrinkles in this storyline that could definitely happen at that point in time. I don't know, but let us know, chat. Who do you got? What are your predictions? Who ultimately wins this match? Let's get through some in the chat. I think some people are saying Mikey's got Solo. He said he was the only one in the BCP group that's Solo. Nikki, any?
Well, Mikey, I'm agreeing with you, sir. I am going Solo. I think this run. I feel like his personality finally came out, and it's so fun as this heel. Like as this, I don't know. He just needs it more. I'm excited for this. Solo is like what Roman Reigns wanted him to be like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, they're not gremlins, Steve. You pour water on them. But yeah, Nikki, I agree with you here. I think Solo Sikoa makes the most sense in keeping the belt on him, keeping this faction, protecting something that they don't have much to protect to go off of right now. So we'll see. All right, moving along now. Main events, ladies.
I don't know if the match card has been order has been announced. I think they should open again.
I agree. So this, just to clarify, I know most of our listeners already know who this is, but we got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky challenging the newly crowned after cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase last month.
At Evolution.
At Evolution last month. Yeah. Naomi defending. So your thoughts and predictions, I guess, well, your expectations for this match.
It's going to be a good one. I know I said I think Dom AJ is going to be the sneaky one, but we know this is going to be amazing. The match between Bianca and Io at Evolution was maybe match of the year. Probably match of the year. I think inserting Naomi, her inserting herself, I think there's such a swerve because we were so ready for her to be like the Tiffany Jade, the SmackDown thing. I love her being on Raw. I love the character, her coming out in her little suitcase. Get it, girl. I think she's going to be that sneaky one because the whole thing is, they said at the kickoff, Rhea does not have a good record at SummerSlam. Again, I can't believe it was a year ago.
Yeah,
everything changed. And she doesn't have a good record at SummerSlam. She can't beat Io. Is Io and Rhea going to be so obsessed with each other and just taking each other out that, sneaky little Naomi is going to come in and pin one of them off of, a big move?
Yeah. I think you can't give her the most. So I'll put this out there before I offer who has the most momentum, because I think the person with the most momentum needs to win. And that's how I usually generally book and pick a lot of my stuff. So for the future, spoiler alert. Who has the most momentum of these three women? Rhea kind of perpetually has momentum because she's a mega star, the biggest female star in WWE. Io is tremendously popular. I didn't realize how tremendously popular until I started running this channel, how popular she was. And then you have Naomi, who I would argue is right now has the most popular of the three. Well,
her turning heel was the best fucking thing for her. This character, this proceed with caution, those promos that she was cutting backstage, amazing.
Yeah, exactly, and even her riding out on the scooter.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like all that stuff. She's played this up, this crazy psychotic heel persona so well and done it so well that I think she has the most momentum of the three. Rhea has been a star in WWE. She's a made woman in WWE.
Doesn't need the belt.
Yeah, doesn't need the belt. And over the last, 3 months, I don't think how many big wins has she had. She's lost to Io. She's lost the belt. I don't think she has that much momentum. So,
I think she comes back and she wins Rumble. I think she's going to go down a little further. And then it's going to rise back up.
So we talked about it earlier with the AJ Dom stuff, and I'm going to throw this out there because this is another candidate. Will this be match of the night?
Probably.
Because you said it might open, and I agree. I think this is opening tonight. a little under 2 hours.
Yeah, because I think the Bianca Rhea Io match was match of Mania or match of that night for sure. Probably match of Mania. And I think their match at Evolution was again probably match of the year. And then inserting the other with Naomi, I don't know. I think this is a high candidate.
Oh, sure. I mean, because like Io's just so good. I mean, both Io and Rhea are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Naomi is super athletic. So yeah, like with the three of them, I expect a lot of crazy spots to go in. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping similarly to like how Bayley won in her triple threat last month with Lyra and
Becky
different
with the
how Becky won with the crucifix roll up kind of
like Lyra hit
Bayley
Bayley hit the rose plant and then she rolled Bayley into the crucifix.
Right. And like something like that is how I view Naomi winning. Although Naomi's done it a lot with kind of brute force too in a lot of ways. I feel like so she might hit her with the finisher and just.
I think this is also thank you for your service because Lisa put in the chat. She does talk about that she wants to go and have babies with Big Jim, but I think she needs a big win to solidify her second reign as champion. She lost 8 years ago to Natalya, some women's SmackDown. I think she gets the big win here, drops it to Stephanie and Patty. But I think Naomi deserves a big win here. Io and Rhea have plenty left in the tank. I think if Naomi is winding down her career, give her a big win at SummerSlam.
That's fair. Get through.
Obviously, I'm going Naomi.
You're going Naomi. Let's see what the chat is thinking. Got to catch up here. Professor's thinking from BSB. Oh, sorry, not wrong John. There's too many John. Joho is thinking Io. Joho said Io. Josh, saying Naomi. Mikey, you're going with Josh. That you finally hate crime.
She's so good. Like, it's just like, this could have been like.
Steve saying Naomi. It seems like the chat is pretty. Now watch. This is exactly how it's gone. I feel like yesterday. But we're all in agreement. We all got Naomi.
What was that photo for you got? That's great.
That's WWE.com. I took it myself.
Okay. Big Jim didn't beat the shit out of you.
No, I was hired. I'm a professional.
Sure. Weirdo.
Listen, I get paid to do this. But yes, I and Nikki and I do agree. We both, and really most of the chat. It seems like actually this is the consensus in the chat. Actually, no. Actually, Professor said, I think, Mikey's Professor said, I think he said he thinks TKO doesn't. Yeah. I love Naomi. He just feels like they're going to screw her. TKO wants Rhea. So, yeah.
There's time for Rhea.
Be an interesting one. But, Nikki, we got one more, and then we're going to open up the phone line and hear everyone's thoughts on night one and your preview for night two. Before you do that, as people are coming in the chat, make sure you hit the old like and subscribe. We say hit the old Simone spike. But yes, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. But Nikki, we are getting into it. It's time. The main event.
Oh boy. John
Cena defending the WWE Undisputed Championship, Heavyweight Championship against. I know. Against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Gotta count the Rhodes.
It's been more than 6 months. Well, a decent amount build up. Half a year build up, I would say.
February to.
Yeah, it's a decent half a year build up between the two. Yep. But let's take you back and see how we got.
John Cena, if this is your last SummerSlam, come like it is your first. I want you up there talking to Stu, the cameraman. I want you wearing the title the right way. I want you running to the ring. I want all the hustle. I want all the loyalty and the respect. We can beat it out of each other.
You forced me to face it. You forced me into a fight.
Not before something that's going to be brutal. Something that is going to force me to dig down and be who I really am. Something that if I don't show up for war, I shouldn't show up at all. With something to prove in a main event street fight with no rules that you wanted. Well, if you want some, come get some.
Girl, that promo.
Nikki, are you ready for Cena Cody 2?
Electric Boogaloo. Oh, just it better be better than a fucking Mania match. I don't. That promo, he did not turn face. I think that he's like, you reacted the way I knew you were going to react. We all think he turned, and he didn't. That's what I'm going with. I think Cena walks out with the belt on the wrong side of his waist, on his back. I know everyone has a theory. You had a theory. I was my theory, and then you took it, so I'm letting you have it. I think some people are throwing it in the chat. I just want it to be a better match, and I think we're over the Travis Scott shit. I do think that I love that Cena said that in his promo. This is the only platinum rapper. Platinum. I'm not going to say that right now. Platinum rapper that's coming out is me.
Right.
Basically.
And that's the question, right? Like, do you believe John Cena is a babyface? Do you feel that he turned face on Friday when he cut that promo to Cody Rhodes? And this is what I said to you, Nikki. I think it's bullshit. 100% bullshit. Because, for this reason, this simple reason, no babyface ever says when, and someone can correct me, Steven, probably, in the chat, when have you ever heard a babyface saying, on August 1st, 2025, was the day the original John Cena returned? It doesn't happen to me. To me, it doesn't happen in wrestling. And it's only a ruse. And I think he's hyped it up, and he's played it up, and he's played us all again. And it was just too simple. And Cody took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Didn't even question it. Just shares beer with him.
Yeah.
Like, you've been this. He's like, I was an asshole. And it's just like, toxic relationship.
Well, what you said.
I'm sorry, baby, but I'm going to be better.
He's put off the crowd the whole time. Is that you're so easily manipulated that I have you in the palm of my hand no matter what I do. And that's kind of his thing, is if you walk in this situation, like, I knew exactly what you were going to do, and I had you on tilt. Because Cody bested him. Cody forced him into the situation. He wasn't expecting that to happen. Potentially, KKB, right? Steve said Orndorff did it before he turned on hold.
Oh, God, Steven.
Unbelievable. But yeah, but that's, again, you're talking about, wait. Today's wrestling, it's not, in the more modern times.
Okay.
I'm just saying, post 2000, but no one said on August 1st, 2025. That's why I'm not buying it. I am not buying Cena as a babyface. The other question, and I got to get back to the chat here because Tim put it in the chat. He's calling a double turn for Cody going bad. So we put it on last week because Cody forces John Cena, right?
Plagiarism.
Yeah.
Plagiarism, false.
Yeah. Right.
Falsifying documents.
Yeah, falsifying documents. So is Cody Rhodes, because he slapped him through a table, grabs his hand, and forces him to sign the contract, is Cody Rhodes actually turning heel? Because that's a very heelish activity.
Going full Homelander. We got to see what color his hair is next week. He's got his brown hair like he did at AEW. Heel.
But yeah, like, is Cody Rhodes in the process of turning heel? Because he's mentioned in interviews that, this character, it's time, there's got to be a new iteration of the character, and maybe it's run its course as a babyface. So it could be time for this, for Cody Rhodes to turn heel. Do you all want to see it? Is this going to happen on Sunday?
When are they all leaving to film Street Fighter? Yes, forgery. Thank you, Jeff. When are they leaving to do? Like, is this him? Cena beating Cody, then he goes to film Street Fighter, and then does he come back as a heel or come back as a face? Like, how much time do we have in between? Yeah, so like I know it's like August. Like, is it like the end of the month? If it's this month, again, it's only the third week. It can be like, is this gonna write him off for a little bit?
Yeah.
Or does he come back for a week or two, but then he's gone again? Like, I don't. That's why I also feel like Roman didn't need to win last night because he's leaving as per fucking usual.
Yeah, but Jay doesn't.
Jay doesn't need to win. Ugh. Any hoosers.
But, and then the other thing is, again, it's looming in the background. Could we see The Rock?
God, I hope not. I stop coming in and trying to make things for Mania. Stop making fetch happen. I'm over The Rock. I am so over.
See, Josh agreed. He said Rock collects his soul and Cena get Cena back up and demanded. Yeah. Oh. Help Cena. That's a good point. Actually, now because he said there's nobody to help me.
Yeah, he other people wanted to do this storyline to pop ratings, and now they're all gone. And he's like, I'm not myself anymore. I feel like that Cena was probably the best one that he's cut. Probably, I don't know. I also like his pipeline, but like how real it was. He looks again so creepy in that movie.
It is very weird. I mean, again, do you see?
Again, it's a street fight.
The double turn. The double turn is very, very logical to happen. Do you all see that happen?
I don't know. I originally pitched it, but I think I pitched it to you a while ago, but I feel like I talked myself out of it.
See, if Friday didn't happen, I say yes.
Yeah, I don't. Again,
but because Friday happened, I don't think you do a double turn in a promo. I think you do it in the match, and that's why I don't think that the turns happen. I would like it.
But there's also the other part. Like, are they hitting the panic button? Everything fell out with Travis Scott. Maybe The Rock's not going to be around. Maybe this is not going how they thought it was going to go. And then with Roman and Cody going off to do this film, like, are they panicking? Like, oh my God, we need a babyface? So quick, let's retcon the whole thing. And I was trying to explain to you what retcon meant, and I was just like, it's retconning.
Maybe.
Is that also I don't know. Again, I'm reading all the things, listening to all the things. Is that a possibility that they are really like, oh fuck, we kind of fucked this up? Babyface. Everyone wants to cheer him. We only got a couple months left. A handful of appearances because he's gonna go, but then also he's got to go off and promote Peacemaker. Yeah, but also, would it be great if he goes to promote this thing that he's doing with the belt?
Yeah. So there's so many options, but Nikki, the chat is chiming in. Who do you got?
I'm going John Cena, which I didn't think I was gonna do a couple weeks ago, but I'm John Cena wins, lol.
Joe Ho is agreeing with you. He's got Cena. Steven's agreeing with you. He's got Cena. Film movie. Mikey's got Cena, yep. And Nikki, just to double down and join on the bandwagon, I also have John Cena.
Which I didn't think.
John Cena.
Beat up John Cena. Again, I didn't really think. My face is always red. This is just how my face looks. Nick has a red background, which also does not help. My face is always red. That's why I also don't wear red shirts on the show. But I'm just too pale and Irish, and
this is how it works.
But I don't know. I didn't think I would pick John Cena, but I'm going John Cena.
Opening show. They announced it, Josh.
Oh, did they? See this? Watching. Good. It should open. Again, if you're not going on last, you want to go on first. And I think obviously that's why. If I knew going in that Roman and Shay were opening, then I'm like, oh, you're going to open with a big baby.
Well, you know what? Because you want to open with
It's banger after banger after banger.
That's what we want. That's exactly how we want. So, Nikki, ultimately,
Yes,
we do agree.
I know. I feel like we agreed on more than I thought we were going to.
But we agreed on the John Cena. But we'll go to our finals. And the top are what we agree on. So Nikki and I both have John Cena, Solo Sikoa, Naomi, and Dom all retaining their titles. And where we differ is I have the Wyatt 6 retaining and Lyra becoming the new Women's Intercontinental Champion. And Nikki has Fraxium winning the tag team titles and Becky retaining. It's going to be an interesting one. You're going to have to make up for that
My
1-5. That big deficit.
It was like 2 pay-per-views ago. I was like, perfect. And
it's been a bad one. It's been a bad one.
I know.
It's a bad start, but hopefully I'm gonna go 6-0, so I'll be 8-4 by the end of tonight, and you'll be probably whatever picks you pick.
We only disagree on 2 matches, so calm down.
You'll be able to get yourself back into it. So
I called Tiffany.
Well.
You chose poorly.
All right, Nikki. So it's that time. Let me go put it in the chat here where we open up the phone lines. So let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking. WWE SummerSlam, whether you want to talk about night 1 or night 2.
I'm here to talk it all, baby.
Yeah. Call in, chat wrestling with us. We have the link in the chat below. It takes you to StreamYard. You have to show your face. These are the rules. You choose the rules.
Yeah, then just show Nick your face, and then you don't necessarily have to show your face on screen. But we've got Trojan horsed a couple weeks ago, and I was not having it.
Exactly. So let us know what you're drinking, what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on WWE SummerSlam. Whether it was night 1 last night, what your takeaways are, Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank, new women's tag team champions, Tiffany retains, the Brons lose to the Bloodline. Anything else you want to capitalize off of? Karrion Kross, and or you want to preview and predict tonight? Do you think the double turn's happening, Tim? I don't know. Let us know what your predictions are for WWE SummerSlam Night 2 and what your thoughts are on Night 1. We want to hear from all. So, Nikki, phone lines are open. As I like to say here on our show, my little blondie. It's next. Yeah, good song. Great version. All right, Nikki.
Yep.
We got someone new on the line, new friend of the show.
New friends.
Well, friend of a friend. It's always a friend. Right? Like acquaintance, but friend. So we're bringing, he's chimed in the chat a couple of times here. Friend of the Biconic Wrestling Podcast and our friend Mikey. We're bringing him in. Kilt Man, welcome in, Kilt.
Good evening. I couldn't resist. Also, it's just, the other thing I couldn't resist is ass.
Unbelievable.
I just wanted to tease. But There is so much to go over from last night and so much to go over from this night, so I'm going to try and be as brief as possible. The only match I really didn't like was Sami and Zayn. That should have been a regular show match. It didn't have any oomph to it. We could have taken the 7 matches from tonight, put one of them on last night, and it would have been even better. It would have been a little bit more balanced. Besides that, that's it. I love. Actually, I will talk about the work because the Seth Rollins work. Now, I think it was an actual injury. Like, he tweaked it. It wasn't as severe as they were making it out to be originally. Like, they've realized, like, after, like, a week or so, it's just, a little light sprain, like, whatever. But we're going to act like this so that way we can build up this hidden momentum to this moment. Great way of storytelling. Beautiful. It's frustratingly annoying that they did it, but I love it. Moving on, trying to think. Roman, it's like there's so much at that night. Jelly Roll, amazing match. Like we will go over that a lot probably tonight and also on Monday for the BC guys. But literally, it was a freaking frog splash off the top rope into the announcer table. I think that hurt Logan more than it probably hurt Jelly. But still, to take that on your first night, your first actual match, it's phenomenal. Like, he did so much. And then selling the walkout and to come back in, get a little bit of fire, keep going, and then taking the pin. As much as I would have preferred Logan to take the pin, because
we all did. We all preferred it.
It was still a great and an amazing match, and I think that he has not only himself to thank for it, but he got to train with KO. He got to train with Jacob Fatu. He was here in Orlando for like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, training at the development center, and like he was on XT at one point that I think I saw, and just he was dedicating like his time and his life to wrestling and being a wrestler, as comparative to like other people who didn't, who just wanted to do that one and done. And I don't know, like a couple people kept bringing up Bad Bunny as an example. Bad Bunny had an amazing match. That match was fun. That's the bar we're talking about. Bad Bunny, Jelly Roll. Those were like neck and neck for me personally, because I was. People are dropping things in my kitchen.
Someone's upset your taste.
Just someone's upset in my kitchen. Not about the wrestling, I can tell you that much. Anywho, that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you probably later tonight, Nick, if you feel like popping in. I got to figure out if I'm going to eat dinner now, because I tried to order food before the Jelly Roll match, and I didn't get it until after the credits.
Oh.
Yeah,
like literally, it wasn't after credits. It was towards the end of the Gunther match. It was before Gunther broke his nose and split it open.
To be fair, though, I do know with DoorDash, it depends on the order. Sometimes they screw it up, and if you have a really long order like this,
Ordered a jalapeno burger, a chicken fried steak sandwich, a chili cheese dog with extra onions, French fries, tater tots, washed it down with 1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers, a shot of whiskey, a margarita, and a Bloody Mary.
What's funny is I was drinking the entire night. I was taking like double shots, and like everything was great. But like, no, actually, it was only like it was a 6-count wing with fries and a drink from Wingstop. Because I kept seeing the Wingstop. Grubhub, and it took that. I ordered at 8:05 local. It didn't get here until 9:15.
No.
I'm like, are you serious? So I gotta go figure that out before the festivities kick off. So I'm gonna disappear and I'm gonna leave it to my boss. Hi, Mikey. Oh,
pleasure,
sir.
Welcome in. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Wingstop. Ironic. How ironic. that
Hooked
the
you right in. Hooked you right in. Seeing that little Wingstop. Also, I forgot they were fighting over Papa John's pizza, and like the New Day and Tozawa and Maxine were about to fight, and then Nikki Bella came and she's like, "There's pizza for everyone."
They knew exactly how to get killed.
Is your little chicken tender slut?
They got him. That's how you get them. That's exactly how you get them. All right, Nikki, we got lines are full, so let's try and get to as many as we can. Oh, let me just find it. We got a regular on the line. Another regular. Fine. All right. Kiltman gave him a nice little intro. So he's Kiltman's boss, El Jefe, on their show. On our show, he brings the sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for his watch along at 6 p.m. We're going to chime in there. In the Biconic Wrestling Podcast, our friend, Magic Mikey.
Remember, take care of yourself, love one another, be iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story.
Mikey, what's the story?
The story is I'm excited for night 2 of SummerSlam. No, there are I have multiple stories that could be told, but that's for an after hours podcast on some other time. No, so I'm excited for tonight. Again, I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks since, well, actually the last week really, once we figured out which matches were going on what days. I'm not in favor of anybody losing their job. However, whoever decided and had the final say of which matches go on which nights, talk to them really quickly, because again, it's, to me personally, it felt so uneven. Like, taking championship matches aside, like, because you were going to have an uneven amount because not all the championships are being defended at SummerSlam. But you threw all the stipulation car crash matches for tonight, and you had your, like, by the books, regular one-on-one singles matches, tag team championship matches last night. And I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay. But yeah, I had this morning, I rewatched night 1 to see if my feelings about certain things have changed. And for the most part, I think I have a better outlook on night 1 than I did in the moment. I still think that Sammy and Karrion let me put it this way. Sammy and Karrion did a really good job if this was a Monday Night Raw, like, television match. But because it is a pay-per-view, and again, I feel like I'm one of the few people that, since this is technically a WWE Big 4 pay-per-view, there has to be some sort of extra seasoning to it. Because it was still solid. The storytelling is there, but I felt like you could have accomplished that on a Monday Night Raw. And again, I'm always going to champion more women's matches on these big pay-per-views. So since watching it on SmackDown, I feel like Julia and Zelina would have been great here, especially if you're wanting to push Julia, as you say you are on SmackDown, then start getting her on these pay-per-views like this. I mean, yeah. But other than that, I thought everything else went great. I hate being right sometimes, because as soon as I saw what was opening the match, it solidified it for me. I was like, oh, okay, Punk's winning, Seth is coming back. And sometimes I hate being right. I really do sometimes, which could be a whole different conversation, is if professional wrestling in 2025, do fans care about the swerve anymore? Like, that's a whole nother thing. Don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed night 1. I'm looking forward to night 2. I just feel that predictability, specifically for WWE, at least this year, has kind of been perplexing. But I mean, I'm still enjoying myself, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, like, even though I predicted her poorly, I felt like, yeah, like it was a little lackluster, but they still found a way, like, even with the cash in, to make it exciting the whole night. Like it was a very it was a solid. Like I probably would have said it was B+ to like B- range, and then the captain pushes it to like a B range. Is like if it were a pay-per-view standalone by itself, maybe.
I mean, I do the report cards for BC WrestlePod, well, at least for WWE at least, and I gave it a B-. I mean, the cash-in was a really fun viral moment that we're going to be talking about, and I'm pretty sure WWE is going to screen grab like reactions to that to put it on Monday Night Raw, which is cool and everything. But yeah, I was like, I hate when I'm right sometimes, but I'm still excited. So night 2, I'm definitely looking forward to everything. And speaking of predictions, Nick, I love you, but bro, that record was trash. I love you. I was like, get on my level. 4-2 for me, baby.
Listen. I didn't think that I thought it, but I didn't think. I don't know. I said it on Friday. I was like, Jelly Roll is probably going to lose this because he wants to be around. So he'll job it out because he wants to lose. And then I should have just stuck with my gut because the Tiffany thing. I was like, if Rollins is cashing in, they're not going to have both titles change, and so it would have been a little bit more closer to 500. But listen, I'm going 6-0 tonight, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll see. No, but I'm excited. Honestly, for night 2, at least for us WWE BC WrestlePod hosts, we're all in agreement with certain things, but I also love that we all kind of splintered off. Like the triple threat, all of us went with something different, so it's just like, we don't know what's going to happen. So we'll see what happens.
Exactly. That's what you want, out of a wrestling, right? Like you just don't know who's going to win. Mikey, before we let you out of here, let everyone know where they can find the watch along, right? 6 p.m.
Oh, absolutely. So BC WrestlePod will be going live once again for night 2 of SummerSlam at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. So I will be there. Kilt will be there. Hopefully some of our other WWE boys on the channel can be there. Nick will be popping in with his crew, which will be a lot of fun. And then I will also be at a new location because I'm going over to my friend's house to watch it with him. So this is going to be fun.
Awesome.
Exciting. New friends.
Yes.
Well, we're pumped. We're all excited. Mikey, go get yourself something, hopefully to eat and drink before the show. But ladies and gentlemen, favorite Mikey. Magic Mikey.
Boys, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, be iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story.
All right, Nikki. Regulars
assembling.
Regulars assemble. All right. Hold on. Everything's out of order in my little background here. So
you need to get your life together.
All right. Give me your heartbeat.
Oh, this one scares me.
Why?
Yeah, you do it.
Oh, it's weird when I do myself.
No, it's not. Do it.
You make me seem like such a loser when you
No, I love
do
it. Do it.
All right, everyone's gonna beat your heart with Joe's hose and say Joe, Joe.
Guys,
there he is.
Hello, sir.
Cheers. Little Stone IPA on a Sunday afternoon.
What do you think? He's drinking a Stone IPA. There we go. Finally. We serve water in this bar. Yes, we do, but we serve alcohol too.
So, clear something up real quick. I did not choose EO in the triple threat. You actually did not see the comment I had before that. I was actually, I typed IYP instead of IYO. So I was correcting my typo.
You're saying IPA. You're drinking too many IPAs, so now you're all over the place.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, that tracks. But anyway,
there's too many acronyms. You can't keep up. You might be down with
oh god.
Get out with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Get out with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Who's down with LPP? Every line's on me. Get out.
So, I feel like Naomi's going to retain on that one only because, like Nikki and I, we got similar brains. Rhea's going to try too damn hard to beat Io finally. She wants it. She can taste it, and it's going to cost both of them the title tonight. And not to mention, Rhea doesn't need the belt. She's a megastar. She outsells basically everybody on the roster for merch. Even Cody's like, yeah, she'll beat me. She'll probably beat Roman too. She beats everybody in merch. So she's a megastar. Io is adorable. She's got all the time in the world, but I think Naomi's going to retain on this one. Last night, I agree with Kilt Man and Mikey. That Cross Sammy match was great for a Raw, but not a PLE. And that's disappointing. And for Karrion to lose again to Sammy, I'm sorry. I prefer Karrion Cross over Sami Zayn, but I digress. Tonight it's going to be Cena. We all know that. I feel like, because we've already talked about it. But Cody's going to be going away for the movie and such. What else? And I know I got Josh right after me, so I'll try and make this quick. So Steven and I had this conversation last night during SummerSlam. This Seth Rollins injury, sure, while real, had a little bit of essence of old school ECW. Because if anyone can remember, Sandman got injured. He was blinded for some strange reason. I forgot what it was. And he stayed. Yeah, Sandman had something with his eyes. He was blinded. He couldn't see. And he played off the injury so well, he stayed home for like 4 months, 6 months, whatever it was, and came back and absolutely walloped Tommy Dreamer. So I feel like this was an essence of that one, only coming from the mind of the advocate, the wise man, the oracle, the genius that is Paul Heyman. Every time that man is on TV now, every time he has a microphone in his hand, I am watching and I am listening because I didn't realize it, but he only got better. Everyone was always a Paul Heyman guy, but now is just, he's, dare I say, the greatest manager in history. Fight me. Fight me. I don't care.
Are the two best.
Yeah.
So with that said, that doesn't mean I'm not heartbroken that CM Punk lost the damn title in less than 5 friggin' minutes. What the actual? I was not happy about that last night. But yeah, do we agree that this is going to go until WrestleMania? Right? I feel like he's going to take it at Mania. He's going to have to.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I can't see him dropping it.
He's gonna win the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
To get to Punk, or for Punk to get to Seth.
Yeah.
So does Punk maybe win the Rumble just to kind of solidify it?
No, I think he's gonna do this because he lost the Chamber match because of Seth. So he's gonna win the Chamber match to get to Seth.
Yeah.
Because I think with being in Saudi Arabia, I think it's a Sammy win for Rumble.
Yeah. So briefly with AJ and Dom, I genuinely don't have a dog in this fight. I don't care who wins. They both deserve to have the belt. The only thing I would say, Nikki, is to bring in, and I commented on this earlier, bring in one of the most talented fan favorite superstars, only to then leave WWE after pushing over Rey Mysterio's son. And that's not a knock on Dom, but still,
we gotta build a future here. We got to build up some new opportunities.
I get that. AJ's got 1 foot out the door. He's about to retire. I get that, but I feel like AJ deserves this belt. Maybe that's me, but if Dom wins, I'm not going to be unhappy about it because Dirty Dom he's another mega superstar. And in such a short time, what he has done with the character, that heel turn, was the best thing he did ever.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we'll be watching tonight. So I'll talk to you guys later after it's all said and done. Let's go, Cena.
Cena sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joho has said his piece.
You gotta go lay down. Did you hear Uncle Joho and that's why you woke up? Literally asleep. John started talking and now he's like panting on me.
Yeah. He started chanting too. All right,
Sign him off.
got a regular on the line. I know you just came off of his show. They were doing a great job earlier recapping WWE SummerSlam Night 1 and previewing Night 2. A regular on our show here as well. We got to get him. He's got to fuel up his spaceship to get here. So we get him. He's from out of this planet. But we harness him here on our show.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies and gentlemen, you got to say his name. 4 letters. 1 word. And you say, ah.
What is up?
Welcome back in. What are you drinking? What are you thinking, buddy?
I'm just drinking some H2O, some water. And I'm thinking I enjoyed night 1. Thought it was a good one. I really I enjoy those types of fun night ones, I guess. And this one I think we're coming up on is really story driven. And I'm excited for it. I'm a little nervous because me and Nikki are sharing the same wavelengths on a lot of these things and a lot of our predictions coming up. So I'm a little scared for the future, but you know, I'll be up in the space and you guys will be down here. So, you know,
YouTube.
I guess I'm optimistic, Nick. I'm optimistic.
So what are you thinking here, Josh?
Okay, so what I'm thinking is I really like the I believe his name was John, what he was saying, because I know he said it a couple weeks ago with Cody going to be turning heel. The vision that I'm seeing right now is first The Rock's going to show up. And like you said on my show earlier, I went into detail on I think there might be a weird sacrifice, if I can say that, with Cody, because ultimately, remember, The Rock is after his soul. Okay, so if we're gonna play in this world of the collector of souls is Dwayne Johnson and he's gonna get you, we have to play in that world. So why would you not have Cody bow to John Cena? Because I'm with you guys, that was no face turn. And all the people that were like, geez, John Cena's back, guys. It's so, let's go. Come on. It's John Cena. No one's quitting now. Get over yourselves because you're not even watching what everybody else is watching.
Mm-hmm.
He did not turn. He gave Cody some fake assurance. It's like when you're dating somebody you don't like, but you know, you have to eat for that week. You're like, yeah, you know, okay, yeah, we'll meet. So you meet at the places you like, you order the food you like, maybe a little too much, so you have extras, and then you just pull the plug on that son of a bitch and you run. This is what's happening. He's giving them that false assurance. So I believe Cody's going to bow to Cena. The Rock's going to be on the stage doing whatever hand gesture he wants to do this time. And then it's going to give Cena the things that he was talking about in that promo that he cut, to where he's got that backup. He's got that reassurance with him and Cody. I know Cody's going to do this movie, but I'm not sure if Cody's going to be, is he going to be the star of the movie? Do we know the basis of the movie, or do we just know what it's based on?
I mean, Guile's always been in the original Street Fighter, right? Colonel Guile's always been the guy, like the go after. So like that's, but yeah, like I don't know what the premise. Like it could be just a group of people together and like all their stories together. So he may not be as heavily relied on for as many scenes. But like the original, I don't know if you watched the original with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but like that was the whole thing was around him.
Yeah, you're right.
Which also the guy playing randomly, but I forget who I was talking. But the guy playing Bison is the dude from Suicide Squad. I call him the candy dude. The guy who has like all the dots, the Dippin' Dots things. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Never watched that movie.
He's the Dark Knight. Batman or no, Harvey Dent yelled at him in the ambulance, and he tries to shoot him, and he flips the coin, and it's like, "You're not playing the odds, friend."
Oh, okay. I think I've seen that clip.
Also an Ant-Man.
Yeah, like that. So which is interesting because he's Bison, which like Bison was like.
Oh, I think he's gonna be so fucking good in it.
It's interesting because he's like a kind of a smaller Bison than what I expected.
Okay.
Yeah,
he can bulk up.
So if it's going to be based around one character, Cody's going to be the one who's the most out. Okay. John Cena doesn't have that many dates left. Aren't they pretty kind of spaced out from here till now or till then?
Probably, I'm sure.
So you could play in this world in which Cody becomes subservient to The Rock and the soul is collected. I mean, for me, heel Cody is the next. It has to be the next chapter because America good guy Cody is getting boring. You're boring me, Cody. So we have to have there has to be a new adaptation to him. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that. I mean, you got me to love John Cena as a heel. I've never liked John Cena, no matter what iteration you're throwing me, except this heel one, because he does it so well. It makes me go, hey, I get it. I get why all you guys liked him. So that's what I'm thinking with that one. I also think the Usos are going to show up in the cage match to help Jacob. I think there's going to be an alliance struck. I think we're going into another bloodline versus this part of the family. Gosh, that's got to make Thanksgiving and Christmas awkward on the island. There's civil war in one big house.
Apparently there's so many relatives that nobody really knows about.
Well,
it's kind of debatable.
You're not shocking me with that bit of information, Nick.
Like apparently, like they show up and there's 10 new cousins. Like Steve was putting like he put water. Like there's gremlins. There's like 12 new cousins that no one knew about.
Do you? Can I ask you guys a real quick question before we get off here? Okay, so the women's title match. Do you guys see anything happening outside of this match that affects this match?
Like, are you talking about like nothing? Well, the original like Kairi Sane and Asuka maybe. Like that's the only thing. So like for this like what feuds make sense to like outside of like to me the only person that could come in is Kairi Sane or Asuka, but I don't know. They haven't planted the seeds for any particular reason that I can think of. Like, was she in a tournament that she lost? Like, Asuka lost Queen of the Ring, but that really didn't. Like, there wasn't any like crazy booking or nefarious activity around that she'd be upset about that would turn her heel. So it'd be kind of out of the blue. That's the only group that in this iteration of this match that I see getting involved. Like, who's Rhea feuding with right now?
Io. Liv is gone. I don't think Bianca's because would Bianca go after Naomi? I don't think so. Unless Jade
somehow
because she lost last night, but I don't want to see that.
But what if Bianca teams up with Naomi here at SummerSlam?
But so John, you and I are on because we've talked about this before.
Yes, we have
with like the female like nation domination thing. Here's what I think though. To your point, I wouldn't want Bianca to be with Naomi. I want Naomi to have. Did they get rid of the other girl though? Lash Legend and
Shakara Jackson's gone, but Lash Legend, who looked great in
give her
that
Lash
Rumble.
Give her Lash Legend as a heavy, and just let her have that, and that's her heavy to protect her as a champion for the next couple months. months.
I hear what you're saying, but in my head, I'm imagining Naomi's attitude, her caution, proceed with caution type mentality. I view it more as they see it as a virus, and she's going to be infecting people with it. In which, if she infects somebody like, Belair, that's an impact. And then she goes for the younger talent, because I agree with you. Why not bring the younger talent in and have them team up with her and do those things, but make it meaningful within a story? Like, she's actually her mentality and her way to actually win is proving that you do get what you go after. So therefore her mentality is more like a virus, because there's some type of truth to it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, she's manipulative because like she kind of like not kind of gaslighting in some ways.
Oh yeah, I would say yes.
It's just I just don't see, like, the only thing is like Bianca's so well established. I can't see it happening.
I totally get you.
So independent on her own.
Oh yeah,
she's proven she could do it. That it shouldn't make sense. Like that's why I like her with.
But what?
Like Lash makes perfect, because Lash has been on main roster. She needs to be with somebody now. I don't think.
And Lash would be a great addition around Naomi. I think that would be a fun start to a group. But why would Bianca be in the Villains t-shirt ad that they keep running? Why is she in that?
I didn't know there was a.
Yeah, I didn't know there was that.
There's a heel t-shirt ad that they run, and it's usually on the PLEs, all that. I'm not sure if they ran it this PLE. I was in our Discord, so I wasn't really paying attention to that, but I see it all the time. They go through all the heels that are on the roster today, and then Bianca's in this commercial, and they show her shirt, her twirling her hair as she's like skipping away in like this alley. But what this is the one like little puzzle piece that is like consumed my brain. I have stayed up late trying to think of this, and I have no answers to it. And this is the only thing that logically.
I would argue, when did it come out though? Like if it was filmed 3 months ago or 2 months ago, let's just say, then maybe creative always
it came out
change, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I started seeing it during after Jade was off air.
That's months ago. I think.
Oh yeah. So all right. So here's the other thing.
I've had this whole story like months ago planned out.
Well, that puts a little more. So I would disagree for this reason, because I think when you look at it, a lot of it has to do with marketability, and the most marketable female aside from Rhea Ripley and potentially Liv Morgan is Bianca Belair. So when you're talking about commercialability, I think that's probably what it comes down to. Is just, hey, we're filming a commercial. Let's get as many stars on this commercial as possible. And Bianca is the most well known. Her little hair twirl is
makes sense.
Her signature. So that's kind of what I would attribute to. I don't know. It's an interesting thing though. Yeah, like because sometimes they film that with the anticipation of what's going to happen. But
hey, I'm used to being said, "Hey, your ideas are wild. It's not going to happen," and then we have a PLE, and the next night,
it happens.
Somebody's right.
Well, Josh, I think you booked tonight because there's all ECW type hardcore matches, cages, and everything else. I'm like, Josh definitely had a hand in this.
Yeah, well, dude, I was thinking the same thing, because I even said on our show, I think the cage match needs to be like more of the middle, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's either at the beginning or towards the end," and I'm like, I don't know. And then the women started out, so I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that. SummerSlam's fun. I'm super excited for this. I like the 2-night. I know they could cut it down to 1 night. I get that, but I enjoy this.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It makes it a weekend for us wrestling fans that we get to get 2 nights instead of 1.
You got to join me, Nick, in the Discord, because we played poker last night while we watched, and we all talked about it. It was a real fun time. We made.
Now we can lose money while watching wrestling.
No. It's all in it's fake money. It's not even real. So don't worry about it. Don't worry. You think I'm out here gambling?
I know. Well, Josh, we got on Spotify. Baby steps. We got on Spotify.
I understand. Spotify is great.
Slowly dipping our toes into the social media water, one step at a time.
as long as you get there, I can't wait. We'll be there to support you, man. You guys are doing fantastic.
No, same here. Well, Josh, let everyone know, as usual, where they can find you all.
All right. So Monday, 7 p.m., come hang out with me, Grun, Kevin. It's a fun time. It's about Raw. Thursday, though, this is the most important thing. August 14th, Joel Gertner will be a special guest on the ECW Watch Along. We are going to have I'm going to drop this here. We are in talks with him to have a auction for the New Jersey's Children's Hospital out there, and in which we're going to auction some stuff off, make some money, and throw it out there. His last auction, he just had a big one this week. I believe it was over 110,000 they raised. I know I'm not getting to those points, but it's going to be good to give any money to this children's hospital. So come, please join us, like us, subscribe to us, and be a part of that. Just being in the chat will make all the difference. And from there, we got so many special guests coming your way, Nick. There's guests that you're going to just want to kiss me, and I'll let you.
I'll leave, guys. We'll put Steven to replace me, and you guys,
Yeah. Yeah, we're really excited. We're really excited.
No, that's exciting, man. It's that time of year, everything picks up. SummerSlam season, everyone picks up, rising tides, raise all ships. There's a lot of great content going up, and
absolutely,
Josh's team is doing a phenomenal job. So super excited for that.
Yes, thank you. It'll be a fun time. You better be in that chat, buddy, giving your old questions.
Will be. Try not to drill too much. You never know. You never know what comes of this weird noggin.
What are you gonna say to Gertner? You gonna talk about one of his rants?
I will try to make him as comfortable as possible.
Well, let's do it.
But no, it'll be a good time. Josh, pleasure as always.
Sir.
Catch you soon. Get your flight out, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Nikki, enough time for one more regular to close us out.
Mm-hmm.
How about an OG?
The day one-ish.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Steven.
Good evening, Burgermeister.
Oh, yes, that was great stuff.
That was delicious. Thank you.
He was part of the VIP experience last night.
Yes.
VIP experience. We grilled and chilled.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's always an honor and a pleasure.
It's a pleasure as always, Steve.
Yeah. I would ask Gertner how he accessorizes the bow ties with the neck braces.
That's a good question. Man.
Like, does he choose what color bow tie he feels like first and then tries to, contrast the neck brace to go with it? Or, does he start the other way around?
I would think it's neck brace because the brace is bigger and that's your baseline, your neck brace line.
That makes perfect sense. And then when his neck got better, did he graduate to just putting the bow tie over a turtleneck? Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
All right. So anyway, let's see where to begin. There's so much. All right, let's start with Jelly Roll because Nikki's going to be upset and she's out of the room. I see. So.
Yeah. That time. See, this is the problem. It's Sunday afternoon show. This bleeds into who time, and our security guard.
Can't hold his bladder, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's this time. Well, it's this time usually he gets antsy about his dinner. So
Like, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me.
He's like Ryback. Feed me more.
Well, you know, I can relate. I too get antsy for dinner around this time.
Steve, what are you thinking?
Oh, well, I am drinking. Geez, I haven't had one of these in like forever. A frozen Coke.
Wait. Explain. I didn't
Frozen Coke, Slurpee.
Oh, okay.
Coke Slurpee.
Is it only sold at 7-Eleven?
Wawa. Well, I don't know what Wawa calls. I mean, I did get this one at 7-Eleven, but Wawa sells it too. I just don't know what they call it there. Probably just a frozen Coke. But I haven't had. It was just so hot today, and I felt like I haven't had one of these in forever, and I don't like all the other flavors. So it's like, all right, Coke it is. It's like, oh my God, this did the trick.
Yeah, Josh loves them. I maybe this is something I might have to get into.
Oh, Coke Slurpees, absolutely.
See, like I like a Coke like in a glass Coke in the summertime. I love.
Oh yeah, those are great. Those are great too. But like, you know, when you're having this stretch of like 95 to 100-degree weather, I know it's not that hot today, but you know, plus the high humidity, you know, you want to drink the frozen Coke.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So where to be? That wasn't the part two that would upset Nikki, by the way. Unless Nikki has a grudge against frozen Cokes for some reason. Yeah. Let's start with Jelly Roll, I guess. I think the unsung hero of that match was, and here's the angry part, Logan Paul. Because, who did Jelly Roll have most of his in-ring action with? Logan Paul. Well, who's going to carry Jelly Roll during that match? Logan Paul.
Right.
It certainly isn't going to, who's going to carry the action? It certainly wasn't going to be Jelly Roll. Randy and Drew were in there, a little bit, enough to get the credit for being there and cash the check. But it was Logan Paul as the, I hesitate to use ring general during that match, but I mean, he's certainly done this more often and more regular than, obviously than Jelly Roll has. And I thought he did a good job. And I think there's going to be, somebody mentioned it earlier in the show. There's going to be a one-on-one between the two of them where Logan is just by design going to have to do the heavy lifting between the two of them.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So, yeah.
It says it because, like, Nikki and I talked about that earlier as she's chiming back in. Just about how, like, again, like, Big Nick energy, like, all the moments, like, if I have to go back at some point in time to look, but, like, I'm pretty sure half the moments are Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And if I took out Logan Paul or Cody Rhodes, it's probably, like, 75% of the moments, or 80% of the moments. Because, like, athletically, what Logan can do is just, it's a whole other level than what most wrestlers can do,
Yep.
Like, he's very much like they put him in a match with Ricochet for a reason because he has that athletic ability, and as much as he's whatever you say about his personality, but he even shows it. Like, you see it. I forget what he did. It was something stupid. Like, he tagged out of the match, and then he was just standing on the apron. But like, it was a little long, but like he was taking a little bit away from the match. But like, again, he was just like basking in the whole moment of like.
Yeah,
he built up the audience, and he knew it. Like, that's the whole biggest thing. Like, I forget who said that, and it's like it was like maybe it wasn't Hogan, but like someone said like one of the biggest stars, may have been Hogan, but like the biggest thing they learned was it wasn't necessarily about what you did, but the emphasis on what you did. And like, we threw a punch, like winding up and making it look great, and like that's the thing that he does. He oversells to the max.
But not so crazy that it's like Shawn Michaels versus Hogan at SummerSlam oversell.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. And he did get, I remember saying last night, he's got to get in that one-of-a-kind camera shot. And I think what they did, I think it was saved for online after the fact. Like, they didn't use it unless I like blinked and missed it, which I could have. It was a POV shot of him doing the frog splash.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Not as I liked it. Not his best work, but pretty good. I appreciate the level of creativity that he's trying to bring here. Yeah, still don't like the guy personally, but I mean, good. He did good job last night.
Exactly. Again, it's the same thing. It's like outside of the ring is different, but like inside of the ring, bell to bell.
Yeah.
Performance that's impressive.
Right. Number 2, I enjoyed the Charlotte match, the Charlotte and Alexa match. I didn't think they were going to put the titles on them that quickly. I mean, obviously they've struck something here. I mean, never, for one thing, never believe that somebody is unturnable or unalterable in terms of their character. I mean, how many times have we seen it now? We didn't think Roman would be able to get over, and they found a way to do it. For example, and other options like that, and now Charlotte. They thought Charlotte would be stuck in this Ice Queen character forever. She's thawed out a bit. I hope she doesn't go back to it, at least not anytime soon. I like this pairing. My hope is, well, first of all, Judgment Day, I'm sure, is going to get a couple of rematches. I'd like to see that program continue. And I said it in the chat earlier. What I'd really like to see is Becky loses the belt tonight, gets a partner, and starts going after Charlotte and does that feud that I've been talking about for months now, where it's basically the feud between Becky and Charlotte centered around their real life personal issues. But and you have Becky as the heel, you have Charlotte as the sympathetic face for now, and I think they could get one. I know they've feuded before. I think they can get one really, really great run out of it. One more.
But Charlotte and Becky won the tag belts together. I think then Charlotte got injured and they had that thing together. They were at their press conference and they're like, oh, we're learning to be friends again.
Yeah. Well, all the more reason they can work together. But I mean, come on, when you introduce that element of real life drama into it, and then maybe add some exaggeration from there. I mean, look at the Seth and Punk feud. How that started from their, real life beefs. Mm-hmm. And so on. There's, several examples, but that's another one I think would be great. But yeah, it's it's pretty much contingent on Becky losing the belt. Maybe not necessarily tonight, but eventually. And also credit to the crowd outside the stadium afterwards when Charlotte and Alexa went out there for chanting "Friends" and not, as I would have expected eventually, knowing the Jersey crowds the way I do, "Kiss." Thank you all for holding that back.
Yeah, it could have been much more punchy than it was.
Yeah. Especially after however many beers they all drank by that point. I was expecting something a little unsavory, and I'm glad it didn't happen.
That's fair. Yeah. We did good for Saturday night.
Yeah, right.
Steve, what else you
got? Just one more thing. I don't mind the two nights. Really, for SummerSlam, it's their second biggest show of the year. But I mean, if you were to make this a one-nighter, just using the matches on this card, like, how long would you have done made the show? And obviously, you couldn't get, unless you really made a lot of the matches short, you couldn't get in all 12 matches. Who do you bump other than the one we all talked about? Belonged on Raw. What other matches do you bump from there?
I would take. Unfortunately, it would take out the women's tag.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Women's tag. I
would think, honestly, you could take out
What, Bron?
well, that match. Also, I was going to say Solo Jacob. Like, that can be a main event of a Raw. SmackDown, sorry.
You can't
and leave it in the cage?
Yeah. I think if they can take the TLC match out of Mania and have that barn burner on a SmackDown night, you can do that with the cage.
Yeah. But then we were also complaining about, who wasn't on the card. I mean, largely in the context of, hey, Jelly Roll's on the card and these other people aren't. But I mean, that's the problem is they have such an embarrassment of riches with talent right now. And you can't really have most of the matches be like 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So, this is really how you do it, unless you do it like back-to-back weekends, back-to-back Saturday nights, rather.
Yeah. Or like what Mikey said, balance the card better.
I think it's just really unbalanced.
Yeah,
I think 2 or 3 matches off tonight and put it on.
Maybe, or better. Like I noticed this with Mania too. There were more better matches on Sunday than there were on Saturday. So maybe like just switch them around a little better, like you said, a little better balance that way. But I'm not against it being 2 nights at all. I mean, just because they have so much to work with.
Yeah.
And they still left big names off.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I just don't want it to be a thing that every Survivor Series doesn't need to be 2 nights. Like Rumble, like Money in the Bank. If you're gonna just these 2, I don't need every.
No, Rumble, but I think if they just limited it to these 2, it's probably going to be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be okay with SummerSlam and Mania being 2 nights, but anything else?
Yeah.
Not for it. Steve, before we let you go, your last shot.
No heel turn tonight from Cody. I think it's happening. Orton's going to come out and murk him. That's my big one of my big predictions for the night, and that's going to take Cody off TV. Orton's going to, brag for a month and a half about how he took out Cody. Cody be off filming his movie and then come back in epic feud. And that's really when I think you're going to start seeing Cody go down the dark side. And also my prediction for the ladder match tonight, actually my hope, I don't know about a prediction. It's going to be awesome no matter who wins, but Motor City Machine Guns for the win.
That's what I was telling Nick. I was like, my heart says that, but I don't think they do that.
Yeah. And then maybe after this, we can have Ultimate X matches.
Steven, look to God's ears. Well put, ladies and gentlemen.
You didn't let me yell it before you hit your music. How dare you?
Unbelievable.
Steven.
Get through a couple comments before we get out of here. Joe's good with the 2-night PLEs. The roster's stacked, and he said superstars were left off.
Maybe because I just wasn't that excited about night 1. Again, maybe next year if they balance the cards better, I'd be more excited about it.
Yeah, we'll see. But we got about 30 minutes before we kick off for SummerSlam Night 2. So everybody get ready for that. Get yourself a snack.
Snacks. Take your dog out. Take yourself out.
Yeah.
More snacks.
Bathroom breaks, all that fun stuff.
Make a cocktail.
Make sure you smash the old like and subscribe for on your way out. So we are back here. We should say this. I didn't have a little promo for it, but we are back here Monday night.
Tomorrow night.
Yes. Well, I'll put it in.
We'll be back here tomorrow night to talk about all the insanity that's going to happen tonight. Who turned, who didn't turn, who showed up, who came back, who did the thing.
Exactly. Who shows up, who turned, who didn't turn. Everything is going on tonight, night 2.
Jackson having a meltdown.
What we're previewing Raw tomorrow night. What's going to happen on the Raw after SummerSlam? Always a big return, always something crazy. So a lot to get to. Make sure you catch that and you join us tomorrow night. We'll let Triple H, our not so CCO, take us out.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. You know, banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Able to do that tonight. Nikki, let's get ready. Until next time, you do not have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Go watch WrestleMania.